Before we get started, I'd like to take a moment to remind you that throughout Groundbreak, we'll be sharing some really cool new features not yet generally available. Please make sure you're making purchasing decisions based on what's available today. You can read the full text of this slide on our website. Our speaker, VP of Product Julian Clayton, has been in the construction industry since the age of 12 when he started framing for a local home builder in North Carolina. His career spans founding a commissioning firm, developing industry standards, a lateral drain assessment, and FFFL testing, creating the first punch list tool for the iPad, and leading global enterprise services for WeWork. Now, introducing Julian Clayton.
The last 2 years have been tough on our industry, but you have shown us there are still opportunities to grow your businesses, even in this challenging environment with such little room for error. Working collaboratively throughout the entire project lifecycle is more important today than ever before. And the winners that emerge from this period will be the ones that have tight processes and tight teams. You know, at Procore, we are dedicated to improving the lives of everyone in construction. Our construction management platform connects everyone on the project team to the right data at the right time, enabling you to build smarter. And today, we're going to show you how builders like you are using Procore functionality to meet current day challenges, as well as our latest developments that make your project lifecycle management and teamwork even more effective. And we'll even show you some specific examples from projects around the globe. You have more work than ever before, and you need to ride that wave so you can still produce jobs at the quality your owners expect while dealing with labor and material shortages, new people, and coordination across your entire project team, including owners, reps, trades, engineers, and more. At Procore, we need to help you accelerate your pace and take on more work and run those jobs more efficiently across the entire project lifecycle, not just that period when you've broken ground, but also beforehand in pre-construction and afterwards in closeout and when you're managing your financials. Now let's take a look at how we can help in 3 major areas. Collaboration starts in pre-construction with design management, estimation, and bidding. Before you begin construction, you need realistic insights into which company should be on your project team. Thankfully, much of the information you need is already in the Procore platform. Because you capture schedule and costs, as well as track productivity and change history, you can harvest insights using Procore analytics such as how long should you expect specific milestones to take to be completed? Which contractors have a record of coming through for you? And where are the hidden costs that your teams might overlook? We're testing custom bid forms that allow more robust data collection within bids, so downstream partners can happily interact with the bid form while upstream partners get all the information they need to make a decision. Recognizing the complexity of all projects and the need for innovation from all partners, we're seeing more projects implement collaborative delivery methods like Design Assist. That was the approach utilized on McCarthy's VA Ambulatory Care Center project in Omaha, a 3-level, 150,000 square foot outpatient facility connected to an existing 12-story VA hospital. Using collaborative tools like BIM and other advanced VDC technology on the Procore platform helped ensure the team was able to accelerate completion time from 52 months to 36 months and reduce the total project cost from an estimated $120 million through traditional delivery to the final $86 million. This kind of team collaboration is what we had in mind when we introduced our new collaborative design review tools. We've made it possible to track and manage 2D and 3D design issues in one location, and for any user to create dynamic 2D views from the model on the fly. As each user goes through the design, they're able to use the new Follow Me function to see what others are seeing in the model and navigate directly to another user's location with a single click. This is a powerful tool for conducting constructability reviews as a team. We've made other enhancements that allow our existing tools to be more effective for the way you work, including the extension of BIM across all devices, even Android. This means it'll be available to your entire project team to use. Earlier this year, we added estimating capabilities to the Procore platform with built-in workflows and calculations. We've completed the integration of our Esticom acquisition, and now the estimating workflow connects directly into our financial and project management tools, Don't bother manually creating your entire budget. Just use a single click to create a schedule of values directly from your estimate. But we're not finished with our work here. Estimating projects is a time-consuming manual process that relies heavily on reviewing 2D drawings and interpreting the information contained within to come up with accurate counts. Procore is developing an automated takeoff process that leverages machine learning to extract artifacts from drawings and perform quantity takeoffs so you can estimate projects more accurately in a fraction of the time. With Procore, you're able to manage design coordination, estimate, bid, and connect to a budget all in one platform and set the build team up for a seamless handover from pre-con. The tools and insights in Procore's platform help put you in a better position to win. As you move into the construction phase, you need to continuously keep the project on track and moving forward. We hear from many of you that the ability to map project information directly to your drawings and models in Procore marked a huge step in improving your ability to plan and coordinate work across your teams. Custom home builders Brooks and Henderson used Procore to manage the complete renovation of a historic building as they converted it to a multi-generational homestead. They coordinated with frequently traveling clients and out-of-town architects, designers, as well as local vendors, specialty contractors, and engineers. The plans were highly detailed, and existing conditions were a challenge, so they utilized a control point system to ensure accuracy. With just one mark in each room, they were able to tell exactly where all finishes should be placed and build a complex custom home using a production-style approach. Using the Drawings tool in Procore, they could place control points on the plans, allowing them to communicate accurate information to off-site vendors. They used a 3D camera to dial in the exact size of custom barn doors so they fit like a glove, despite the adjustments needed to shim new areas of the barn with the original 200-year-old structure. And, as a testament to the importance of usability, the team employed a large number of Amish crews and easily showed them how to use Procore with the blessing of their church. Because drawings and models are key references used to communicate with the project team, we're continuing our improvement of these tools. With Procore, GCs can be a true partner to the owner and design team by noting design issues directly in 2D drawings and BIM. This enables collaborative design management and records of communication between design and build teams. You can expect to see more usability enhancements in this area in the future. Ideally, issues are surfaced prior to construction, but too often we uncover problems with existing conditions after the project is started. That was what Skanska found on their University of North Carolina Health Surgical Tower project. Midway through the deep foundations portion of the project, the system was changed due to subsurface conditions. There were also scope changes that occurred as the owner's needs evolved, and every time a new piece of information surfaced that required a change, the team worked together to find a solution that would benefit UNC Health the most. This is yet another example of how Procore helps teams manage changes in real time. Cost code, cost type, and subjob are not sufficient for you to simultaneously manage costs internally and meet the sophisticated and more granular financial reporting requirements of your clients. This is why we are developing work breakdown structure enhancements to improve collaboration between GCs and their clients by enabling more detailed financial tracking and reporting. By providing more flexibility in how you create your custom cost code segments, you'll be able to easily utilize almost any field that is relevant to your project for tracking and reporting financial data. Want to know the cost of each individual building on a campus, compare work by funding source, or track different types of self-perform work? WBS will make all this possible and so much more. In some cases, the time savings of design build are not enough, and lean construction process needs to be added in order to achieve the client's goals and an aggressive schedule. That was the case for Bird Design Build Construction, when they were selected for the Merit Functional Foods pea and canola protein production plant, a project that included the processing plant, warehouse, office, and its own electrical substation. The product strategy and project scope were changed in the early stages of construction, and some of the owner-supplied equipment and systems weren't selected until much later into the project. This resulted in sequencing challenges, last-minute design changes, and lots of just-in-time deliveries. With Procore, the team minimized the impact and allowed all project stakeholders to collaborate in one environment around the clock, providing them the ability to make decisions fast and with complete transparency. Ultimately, They completed 3 years worth of design and construction in half the time on a 94,000 square foot facility in the middle of a pandemic. Another financial challenge GCs face is that ERP systems weren't built for the field. Yet you need each project team reviewing and updating that data on a regular basis to keep your projects on track and protect your margins. So how do you do that without getting each project manager a CPA license? Simple. By integrating your ERP system with Procore, you can connect the job site to the back office and make the ERP virtually invisible to the field. Let the field team in the trailer work with a solution that was built for them, while you rest assured that all your data is being transferred exactly where you need it. Bethune Construction used an ERP integration with Sage 300 during their work on the Pierce Island wastewater treatment facility upgrade in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. This was the largest public works project undertaken by the city to date, with a budget of over $75 million. In addition to planning and managing the entire project, they also self-performed the civil and mechanical portion of the project scope. The integration between Procore and their accounting system provided a smooth flow of shared vendors, job costs, phase categories, and commitments to make interdepartment collaboration efficient and effortless. They transferred information on time card entries and payroll and had total costs from the project in Procore. This allowed them to have accurate and detailed entries with shareability of only the information required while protecting the privacy of each employee. At Procore, we live and breathe construction. What motivates us every day is empathy for our customers, and that means as we expand internationally, we're taking great care to understand the needs of our global clients. One of the things we've heard is that managing quality and safety is key to differentiating against the competition. Connacht, a GC customer in Dublin, Ireland, used Procore to keep construction moving for this residential building adjacent to a busy highway. They reviewed contractor performance to help with selection, monitored responsiveness to RFIs and submittals in real time, and completed monthly audits to measure how well the team was collaborating. COVID audits were conducted in Procore via mobile devices at the job site, and the team produced regular reports from the ongoing data they collected. The end result was both a successful project and the award of a new project from the same client. Connacht uses our reports to monitor the welfare of their teams and gain visibility of project performance. We want to deliver even more flexibility to you, which is why we're rolling out cross-tool reporting, starting with a beta program in financials where we see the greatest need. Procore is uniquely designed to be a single source of truth for project teams. Now, you'll be able to use data sets from multiple modules in the platform in a single report. This will make it easier to build reports that highlight potential exposures so you can take action and plan accordingly. You'll be able to pull in data from both active and inactive projects so that you can measure progress against past performance. Along the way, you'll also notice usability improvements to how you build your reports. Reporting isn't the only output we're improving. In Procore Analytics, we're piloting the use of expanded internal benchmarks, which give users the ability to measure aspects of a project against historical norm and see the trends. The first places you'll see this are for RFIs, submittals, and financials. These insights can provide early warning if a project is veering off track so you can take corrective actions. Just as with reporting, the more data you've entered into your past projects, the more you'll have available to compare to your current project. And this creates a flywheel effect. In Australia, the government rolled out new safe work requirements. We worked with a local company to design and build an analytics report on total reportable injury frequency rates, TRIFR for short. The insights are so valuable, we made it a standard part of our analytics module for the rest of the world. This is just one example of how Procore is able to capture innovation from around the globe and bring it to our entire network of customers. We want all companies, globally, to have the best software experience and access to best practices, no matter where they originate. Construction changes from region to region, but we all have so much in common as well. PBS Construction in Australia has taken a full lifecycle construction management role in an off-grid luxury RV park, where they also have a financial stake in the project. Procore helped them streamline management of over 1,000 changes across the first phase of project development alone. As a result, their contractors are more aware and accountable to incorporate changes, which shows in the finished quality of the product. They're on time, on budget, and saw improvements in their process from design and delivery. This hasn't just transformed the way they run their projects, but also how they run their business. As a result of their success, their client wants them to build another 80 homes which Procore can help them administer without increasing staffing levels. They say this allows them to focus on the building and not on the paperwork. We're seeing the owner-operator model being used in other industries such as data centers and cold storage. And more of our customers in the US and abroad are engaging in these types of projects. Project coordination across geographies is key when dealing with projects that have such acute timelines and comprehensive requirements. With this in mind, we have developed our new Action Plans tool that makes it even more convenient to centralize expectations, improve stakeholder coordination, and connect evidence of work complete from one location while keeping everyone informed on the go, both in-app or outside the portal. Throughout the project, you're documenting and approving accounts payable and receivable items. Procore already helps you keep that documentation clean and accessible. Now, we're giving you the ability to build your own logic around invoicing approvals process through custom workflow. Throughout the project, you're documenting and approving accounts payable and receivable items. Procore already helps you keep that documentation clean and accessible. But now we're giving you the ability to build your own logic around invoicing approval process through custom workflows. You can set thresholds for approval amounts and select where the approval should be routed next. We're planning to extend custom workflows to documents to enable you to manage project documents from pre-construction through course of construction with more flexibility and control. More on this coming soon. We're seeing a trend of owners and tenants requesting early delivery of their projects more often. As their trusted partner, you want to be able to meet or exceed their expectations without compromising quality. This was the case for Archon Corporation when they were engaged to build Village Towers, a 3-building mixed-use development in Houston, Texas. Among the restaurants they host is Belong Bakery, a nonprofit grab-and-go kitchen that employs intellectually and physically disabled adults in a meaningful and dignified way. They were already working to deliver complex design features like Azul marble sourced from Italy for the lobby walls, planting mature oak trees right near the site access point, and the installation of a complex curtain wall in the office towers. But the biggest challenge came when 2 office tenants had their old leases terminate 2 months before the project was contracted to complete. So they wanted to move in a little early. It's just 2 months, right? But they pulled it off. Activities were literally coordinated by the hour. They had to create temporary measures to separate construction from their tenant space and their employees, step outside typical sequencing methods, and adjust their safety program due to the early occupants. They used Procore as a platform throughout to help keep them on track. And by on track, we mean from slab to move-in just over 10 months, something the developer was pretty impressed with too. But this is the kind of pressure GCs face every day. Getting to a successful delivery on the current project and pulling the lessons learned in the next one is critical to your competitiveness. We are continuing to invest in Procore Analytics to help you while the project is still ongoing, as well as enabling you to look across your portfolio of closed projects to hone in on trends, deep dive, and take action. The list of pre-built analysis available on Power BI continues to grow as we learn more about the business questions you are asking of your data. Field teams can spend days creating punch lists to close out projects. It's an exhaustive yet critical activity to identify, categorize, and communicate deficiencies. To help manage and optimize the punch process, Procore has developed AI-powered punch list assistance. This mobile enhancement to our punch tool provides a much faster experience for users. We're currently piloting the product and encouraged by the feedback and usage we've seen so far. Another trend we're seeing in the industry is a shift away from just risk mitigation and more towards encouraging teamwork that optimizes efficiency and costs. Because of our robust and configurable permissions capabilities and unlimited user model, Procore is uniquely suited to allow project teams to share data without compromising security or privacy. And now, we're making collaboration even easier through mobile enhancements and by piloting new ways to communicate with your team directly in Procore. Our goal is to help you close action items more quickly to keep your projects on time and on budget. This is why we're updating the mobile home screen to help your team prioritize each day's actions. You can expect clear views of your open items and new sorting options for RFIs and inspections coming soon. We'll also have quick create capabilities for change events so that when new items come up that will have an impact on the budget, it will be easier to add that information and send it from the field to the office. When I was in the field, more than half my day was spent collaborating in person via phone or text, Nextel or pager, remember those, and emails. We want to help you avoid my own life so you can spend more time building and less time on paperwork while making it easier for you to communicate with your team. That's why we're piloting our new Procore Conversations functionality in our web and mobile applications. Rather than setting up yet another group text for your project, you'll be able to chat directly in Procore with direct messages or messages related to specific items. You'll be able to go to a change event, for example, and start a chat with your teammates to ping them on outstanding items right in the related submittal. You'll also be able to go to a central location with all of your open chats so you can quickly respond to open items. Commodore builders needed a solution that aligned with internal and government mandated goals and reporting requirements for inclusion and diversity. As a Procore customer, they didn't have to look farther than our marketplace and have found success with our partner Nifty. With just a few questions added to their check-in process, the daily log now tracks all the information they need. This process was so successful, it has now been rolled out company-wide, including their public sector projects. Nifty extends the Procore platform to SMS and voice automation, completing over 1 million tasks in the last year across customers that would have otherwise had to have been done by busy superintendents. The hallmark of Procore's development process is understanding the context of each individual and their relationship to the project at that moment in time, in their location, and presenting them the data and action items that are most relevant. A successful project is about people. Kitchell exemplified teamwork in their approach on the Weekapaw Casino and parking garage in the Fort McDowell Yavapai Nation near Scottsdale, Arizona. Kitchell served as a CM at risk and established a GMP, took charge of balancing the cost, schedule, quality, and scope of the entire project. They used Procore Analytics to monitor the health and performance of the project. The monthly review process was digitized, servicing financials, safety, and document control metrics to provide transparency across the entire project team and senior leadership. Procore helped them control the entire project budget and make timely decisions regarding cost management.
And from day one, we just got off to a great start.
And you really couldn't differentiate who worked for who because it was all one team heading in one direction and one goal for the project.
I've worked on hundreds of casino projects and been personally in charge of over 50 or 60. In that time, there have only been really 2 projects that stand above because of the teamwork, the collaboration, the relationship building, and the fact that everyone wants the same thing, which is to give the community the best result that we possibly can. And that attitude has permeated this project from the beginning.
Kitchell delivered on time, even with the pandemic, below budget despite $6 million in owner-added changes to the original contract, and with an incredible safety record of 0 lost time accidents over a span of 448,000 total hours worked. The end result reflects what the elders wanted, which was an appropriate nod to their community and heritage while entertaining guests in a sleek and contemporary manner. Isn't that what construction is all about? Delighted stakeholders who get to enjoy what you work so hard to build. At Procore, we are delighted to partner on projects like these with you, the people that build the world.